is my birthday, and this makes me so thoughtful because 30, I'm not 30, I'm 3 years older than that, but 30 is an age where you draw certain conclusions and you decide which things you like about yourself, which things you don't. This is a time where you draw your inner portrait and decide whether you like the person you see or whether this is something that you're not satisfied with and this is not someone who you want to become. Whilst expectations differ, there are certain things, basic things, that you should know by the age of 30. And I will share some of my thoughts with you today. But before I do that, give me a birthday present, give me a like, comment below and subscribe if you still haven't. If you're new to this channel, I release a weekly video on how to start IT businesses, IT careers, remote careers, work from home careers, and how to actually work from home and earn money. If you're interested in those topics, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. And if you're a veteran here, welcome back again. Now, the first thing I wanted to mention that you should know by the age of 30, however basic it may sound, is master your finances. By 30, you should already learn how to make money and how to make money work for you. I mean, I know this is Kiyosaki style, but you should actually understand that earning money might not be an option all the time, and you should actually work on your either side hustle or side business or build your passive income or start your investment portfolio. You should understand that you will not be young forever and there might be times where you might not be able to work. So how are you going to live then? For example, for women, you might get pregnant and have complications with your pregnancy and you won't be able to work. For men, you might get diseased, you might be ill, or you might get old. So whatever reason it might be, you should understand that building a passive income or building a side business or a side hustle is something you should work for. If you still haven't started, do it now. Now, the second thing that you should learn by the age of 30, and not everybody talks about it, but that is overcome your fear of unknown. By the age of 30, you should have had your time for making mistakes. You had your 20s to try to make mistakes and to try new things which you might have been afraid of. For example, you should have learned how to drive a car or how to make public speakings or how to work or how to get along with your coworkers or how to get along with people or how to get acquainted with people you like or how to go and talk to the girl you like or how to respond to a man you like. Whatever your fears might be, you should have overcome by that time, if not those fears, but the fear of getting fear. You should not actually be afraid of anything by the age of 30. So you're an adult now, so you had your 20s for your mistakes, and there shouldn't be a thing you should be afraid of. I mean, in terms of professional life, in terms of business life, and in terms of communication. So whatever fear you have overcome by the age of 30 counts in, and it actually contributes to your stress resilience and to your further success, because the less you fear, the more you will achieve. Now, the third thing you should have mastered by the age of 30 is an understanding that you should learn constantly and acquire new skills. By 30, your previous knowledge is not enough. Your high school knowledge, your university degree, your college degree, whatever it is, whatever education you got, whatever classic education you got, you should have felt that this is actually not enough to get you along throughout your life. And by the age of 30, you actually understand that the knowledge you had was good to take you where you are. I mean, to get a job, maybe to get promoted, maybe to start a business, but this is not enough to continue living and to continue succeeding. We live in an ever-changing world, in a fast-changing environment, and in order to just stay in the same place, not to get promoted, not to be successful in life, just to stay in the same place, you have to learn new skills daily, every day. You have to learn new tools, new technologies, even new languages. You have to learn to just stay in the same place, and in order to go further and to succeed, you have to learn even harder and you have to learn even more. And besides learning new skills, I mean really hard skills like math, new technologies, programming, or new languages, or any skills that don't go easy to you and which make your brain muscle grow, this actually prevents your brain from aging, and this actually prevents from many, mental diseases in the future. Now, the fourth thing you should have learned by the age of 30 is how to be responsible. Learn some responsibility. Now, I might be biased here, but in my opinion, learning how to be responsible only comes through one way, is when you care for other people 100% of your time, and when you have other people 100% be dependent on you. In a classic scenario, that is your children. Now, I'm not an advocate of having children early in life, though I personally did, but I'm not an advocate of having children early in life. That is your choice. But that sets your priorities in a different way, and that certainly levels up your responsibility level and how you actually feel. When you have children, you don't plan for a week, not anymore. You plan for decades. And that is actually what helps you to plan your own life as well as theirs, and to build your plans according to certain milestones and according to what you have to do regardless of whether you want to or not. So by the age of 30, you should have learned some sort of responsibility. I don't know how you are going to do that, and I don't know your situation, but you certainly should have learned some responsibility for your every action, because your every action matters. No matter what they say, try everything in life. Yes, you can try everything in life, but then you also bear the burden of responsibility for that action. That affects your life, that affects you personally, that affects you as a personality, and it will change you. Your every action changes you a bit, so be very careful with what you do. You really don't know how much you're about to live. You might live to 100 years more or significantly less. For all we know, we might not wake up tomorrow. So which is the record that you're leaving behind? And you don't want to be the person about whom nobody finds any nice things to say at the funeral. So learn how to be responsible. It's time you find out how. Now, the fifth thing that I want to talk about, this is sort of again basic, but then not everybody speaks about that openly, and that is setting your priorities. And what I mean here is not professional wise or business wise, because every professional is replaceable. So that is not, that should not be your priority, and that should not be your number one goal in life, to grow professionally, because everyone is replaceable in the business world. So when speaking about priorities, what I mean is what matters to you. Business doesn't count. Like, really, business doesn't count, because you can lose everything tomorrow, and what then? You should go and shoot yourself. No. But what actually matters to you? Is it your family, or your children, or your religion, or your community, or your faith, or your friends? What matters to you? Maybe some charity projects. So what matters to you? So you should find out the answers to those questions yourself, because 30, it's already the time to do that. I hope you had something to think about and to think over, and if you have, please write down in the comments what is important for you. What have you reached by your age, and what you still haven't, and what would you like to achieve? Please write down in the comments. I would love to talk to you. This is okay if not everything from your list is being fulfilled, but like they say, the second best time is now. Just let me know what your journey looks like. I'm really curious to know. With that said, have a great week, have a great mood, and see you on Wednesday as usual.